You're going to start laying down on your backs, okay? Your feet are going to go to the width of the mat, and you're going to bend your knees in half and then let your knees knock in. So it's the opposite of Supta Baddha Konasana. Right. You can have one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Just kind of get in touch, connect. If you can close your eyes, that's awesome. If you feel really like wound up, you can just pick a spot on the ceiling and maybe soften your eyes and your gaze. Let those knees knock in. Time for bed. Everybody quiet now. We're going to read a bedtime story. Feel the natural rise and fall of your breath. Here we are, Friday. Get in touch. It's hard. It's hard to ground. It's hard to unwind yourself a little bit. It's hard to arrive, but give yourself that opportunity this morning. Feel your lower back grounding you. Feel your spine growing long. Blink your eyes open. Extend the legs straight out. So straight out on the mat. Yep, straight out. Both legs go straight. That's it. Arms go up over the top of the head. So it's like you're taking a big yawn. You're going to grab opposite elbow over the top of your head. Flex your feet. Yeah. So just feel. So feel the engagement, neck neutral. It's like your best version of standing up tall. So your feet are flexed. It's imagine yourself. Right. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle with your leg straight. Mm-hmm. So with the leg straight, Jess, not ankle to knee. So the leg stays straight. So it's like a crisscross. That's just straight. There you go. Flex the feet. Good. Take your upper body and smidgen it a little to the left. So you're going to take it like a little bit to the left. Keep your legs the way they are. Perfect. Uh-huh. So it's like you're like a half moon in a sense. Like your body's going a little bit to the left and you're feeling. Yeah. Keep flexing the feet, keep feeling the side body. I was talking to my 16-year-old about not all stretching needs to feel like, something's going to pop. That's actually not good. So passive stretching, sometimes a little bit more effective in the body and definitely within the mind. Come back to center. Yeah. Uncross the feet. So reach the arms back up towards the back of the room. Opposite elbow, you're going to grab because we always have a favorite side. Yeah, yeah. Neck neutral, flex the feet strong. And then you'll take your left ankle over your right ankle. You're crossing your legs. And then you're going to create some length and you'll take your torso a little bit to the right now. So your upper body has to kind of wiggle a little to the right. Yeah. And you're making like a little bit of a banana shape with your body. Good. And breathe. Feel your side body elongate. And once again, it doesn't have to be intense. You shouldn't be suffering in pain. It should be subtle. Keep flexing your feet. That's going to help you feel alongside your body. Straighten it out to center. Reach the arms towards the back skinny edge of the mat, fingertips. Reach. Unwind your feet. Hug your knees towards your navel. Reach for the base of your feet and take a happy baby. Pull the knees down around the rib cage. Lengthen the tailbone. Good. Rock and roll, hug your knees. Come up to a squat. So you just kind of rock and roll. You're going to stay close to the ground and come right down into a squat malasana. Elbows hug to the insides of the thighs. Yeah. Feet wide. You can always slide a butt block underneath your bum if you feel like you're really tight. Yeah, the idea of this is that you're lengthening your tailbone perfect. Elbows pressed to the insides of the thighs so the heart is open. And I always turn my fingertips a little forward to kind of offer it up to somebody else. Somebody else probably needs better energy than we already have. So we're in pretty good shape. And just hold here. The concept of squat malasana is the lengthening of the tailbone, the releasing of the pelvic floor. Yeah, the spine growing nice and long. Good. Staying grounded. You're going to come up and the elbows are going to go to the thighs and the feet are going to just steer forward. So now you're in a bear squat. Yep. The weight back in your heels. A little bit of an openness of the heart and the chest, like a little bit of an up dog. Yep. Arms go straight up. Anjali Mudra, thumbs cross, index fingers point. Activation of your side body, weight in your heels. Arms back a little, neck neutral. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer. Creep your feet together and stand at the top of the mat. Good. Arms drop, shoulders drop down the back. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees forward, fold, let your head go. Long spine sets you up. You're going to take 2 big steps to get you back to plank. 1, 2. Lead a little with your heart and chest. Activate the sides of your arms. Squeeze into the center line. Fix Idristi on the front skinny edge of the mat. That's a good sweet spot. Lengthen the tailbone. Drop your knees down so they go on an angle, thighs kind of on an angle. Bring your weight forward a smidgen and lower halfway to supported push up. The goal here is to keep your neck neutral. Shoulders don't drop below the elbows. Elbows hug by your side ribs. Re-straighten the arms. Lift the knees so you're back in that plank position. One straight line of energy. Hips go up and back, down dog. So your first downward facing dog, take up a lot of space in the bat mat this morning. Yeah, so to give you just an idea, your down dog should be almost the entire length of the mat, unless you're tiny, teeny, tiny person. Hands are nice and wide. Index fingers are forward. It's always a good idea to look at your hands and check that out. Creases of the wrist face forward. Outer triceps grip in. And the head just hangs nice and soft. Relax the jaw, relax the face. And let go of any tension that you're holding onto in your body. It's amazing how we collect, especially over the course of a week. You kind of collect energy. It's not always the best energy. So opportunity to clear the plate this morning. Roll forward plank position in one sweet motion. Halfway to a push-up that works best for you. If you need to modify with your knees down, I recommend, yes. Revisit the plank position in one piece. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. These look good. Breathe your right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. When you lift your leg, lift from your inner thigh. Point your right toes. Come forward and hug your right knee in towards your navel in plank position. Excellent. Arms are straight up and down. Look forward with your eyes. We'll step the right foot forward and through into a low lunge. Be on your fingertips. Feel that right hip kind of steer back, the back left leg activate. Spring to the top of the mat in one piece. Feet can be a little bit together or separated more if you need to. Long spine. Exhale the breath, fold into yourself, let it go. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer at heart, drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees forward, fold, let your head go. Long spine sets you up. 2 big steps to get you back to plank. 1, 2. We're going to avoid that back bend one more time. So lower halfway to a push-up that works best for you. Revisit plank position. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your left leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. When you lift from your inner thigh. Hug your right hip in. Come forward, hug your left knee in towards your navel. Arms are straight up and down. Look forward with your eyes and step the left foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips. Feel the left hip grip under and then spring to the top of the mat with your right. Long spine on the inhale breath. Hands can always go to the shins if that works better for you. Exhale the breath, fold into yourself, let it go. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer at heart, drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky, just moving and breathing here. Dive over, bent knees forward, fold, let your head go. Long spine to prepare yourself. Step to plank unless you're feeling extra energized this morning. You're welcome to hop. Low push-up is where we're going. Up dog or cobra, pick your poison with that. Neck stays neutral though. Arms are straight, tops of the feet press, hips go up and back, down dog. Each one gets better. At least we tell ourselves that, right? Positive affirmation. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step to plank or float light to a low push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. You can step, float, skip, crawl, get to the top light. Long spine, fold, root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head fall. Long spine to set it up. You can step, or float through your version. Nice and light if you're hopping to a low push-up. Up dog is smooth. Press through the hands, the tops of the feet. Hips go up and back, down dog. Yeah, arriving slow. Shoulders move away from your ears. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top. Let's go. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward to plank position and drag your right knee to the back of your right tricep. Just in the general direction. Right leg up and back, three-legged down dog to kind of reset. Come forward, cross the right knee over towards the left arm on the inside. Extend it out for a fallen triangle. Yep. Peel open. It's a version of side plank. You all know this pose. Yes, like a split stance with the legs. Perfect. Stack the two shoulders up. Side body nice and long. Left hand to the floor, right knee towards the navel. Give it a good squeeze. Step the right foot forward and through, low lunge. Be on your fingertips. Steer your right hip under, left leg back. Start to rise, high lunge, crescent lunge. Make any necessary changes here. So sometimes the lower back feels tight. Yep, you can always soften the left knee. You can always open up the arms a little wider if the shoulders feel tight. This is great. Let's see if it's going in order, because that's been what I've noticed. Yep. Keep your torso upright. Just bring your arms forward towards the front edge of the back. Just the arms. Just your torso stays up. Yep. Wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. Eagle the arms. Step up into a full eagle. Left leg wraps around your right leg. You have to bend your right leg nice and deep in order to get into this. The foot does not need to get all the way around the calf. So just make it best effort with this. Neck neutral, Jode. There you go. Elbows lift to get through the upper shoulder blades. Steer your hips back. Weight should be in that standing heel. Squeeze the legs very tight, okay? Just unravel your arms. The arms are like a chair. Perfect. Unravel the left leg and step back, warrior one. So you have to guide your left foot back, turn it on a sharp angle. Trust that the proprioception is there this morning. Yeah. Right hip steers under, left leg activates, and the left rib spin towards the front skinny edge of the mat. These look awesome. I don't even need to be here. I'm just going to go and come back in 45 minutes. Yeah. Hands to the earth, plank position. When you hit plank, halfway to your push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Excellent. Breathe the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward and take your left knee to the back of the left tricep. Just to remind you, you don't want the hip to come out of alignment. So just in that general direction, it may not actually touch. Arms are straight up and down. You got it. Re-extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Opportunity to reset. Come forward, left knee crosses over to the inside. Give it a good little squeeze, and then see if you can straighten out your leg into a fallen triangle. Any variation of a side plank that works better for you, feel free to take. Everyone seems to be pretty good with this, though. Nice. Right hand to the floor slow. Left knee towards the navel. Squeeze it in nice and tight. Look forward and step the left foot forward and through. Creep it over a little to the left. Grip the left hip in. Activate the back leg. Let's rise together, crescent lunge. You got it. Nice. Not so bad. Arms forward, torso stays up. Wrap the right arm underneath the left arm. Lift the elbows up. This is going to give a really nice stretch to the upper shoulder blades. And then step up into full eagle. Right leg wraps around the best that you can. You can always use the block. That's what I do. Yep. Steer your seat back, though. Weights in that standing left heel. Lift the elbows up. Unravel just your arms, but keep the legs very tight. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Create that 90-degree angle with that left leg, and then unravel the right leg and see if you can find a nice deliberate first warrior, warrior one. Good job. Left hip steers under, right ribs pivot forward, back right leg on a nice solid angle. These look awesome. Feel your feet grounding you on the floor. Hands to the earth plank position. When you hit plank, lower halfway to a push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Excellent job. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. You can step or float to the top of the mat, land light. Long spine, fold. Chair pose. Your feet could be together or a little separated, however you fancy it. Take your butt way back. Neck is neutral. Gaze is forward. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Let's put it all together, guys. Looking good this morning. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels, chair. Stick your butt way back in chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns. We root to rise, warrior one. Hands to the earth, plank position. Halfway to your push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward, back foot turns. Root to rise, warrior one. Settling in. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog, nice work. Hips go up and back, down dog. Let's loop them together this morning. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top. Long spine, fold. Let's find that chair. Weight moves into your heels. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. I see little smiles happening. Arms go up. Chair pose. Chair pose. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine, step or float through a vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns. Anchor and rise. To the ground we go, chaturanga. You're moving at your own pace. We all move a little different, so you do you. Left foot forward, back foot turns, root to rise. Add in what you need, take out what you don't. To the ground we go through your vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top. We go. Long spine. Hold. Chair pose. Okay, Joe? Rough morning, huh? Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. I think Jake was drinking a smoothie outside. He didn't have time. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Yeah, there's like a smoothie on the front yard. Chair pose, sit really low. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through a vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Take your time. Press even to the hands, the tops of the feet. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns. Root to rise, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward, back foot turns. Root to rise, warrior one, feel. To the ground we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing. We're going to do one more. You guys are rocking it this morning. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top we go. Long spine. Fold. Chair. Press up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Last one of these bad boys. You got it. Arms go straight up. Kelsey's like, I'm on it. Chair pose it way back. Dive over bent knees, forward folds. Long spine to prepare you. Step or float through your vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns. Rise, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward. Warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog we hold. Hold down dog, 5 breaths. You got it. Step the right foot forward, smack in between the hands. Circle open, warrior two. Yep, warrior two. Take a nice big stance in your warrior two. It's always a good idea to look down at your feet and just make sure that your right heel and your back left arch intersect and the arms go nice and wide. So you want to make sure you're not leaning. You find somewhat of symmetry if possible. And then a rolling of your right thigh open is generally very helpful to get that external rotation. Soften the shoulders down the back. Close your eyes and go inward. Let yourself just feel the expression. Like the squat pose that we took early. Yeah. A few more breaths. Stick with it. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Let the side body get a nice opening. Good. Reach out and slide your right hand to the outside of the right foot. Use a block if you know you need it. You can place it low, medium, or high, totally up to you. Option for bringing your arm to the top of the thigh as well if these don't work. What we're shooting for with extended side angle is that the outside of the right leg and the inside of the right arm kind of match up. Yeah, looks good. I like coming to the fingertips sometimes too because it pulls me out of my wrist, my shoulder. Yeah, and then there's a rolling of that right hip open. No, thank you. Top arm can reach up and forward if you want a little more. You're staying a little longer. Scoop up that right hip and turn your bottom ribs. Three more breaths. Left hand to the floor, frame out your front foot. You're in a low lunge. The left heel naturally peels up off the ground. You're going to spring to the top of the mat and cross the left ankle in front of the right. Tell me you didn't know that was coming. Right. Come to the fingertips, slide blocks underneath one or both hands if you need it. And then exhale the breath, go down the center. Yeah. Anytime you forward fold, you want to make sure your weight stays forward and there's a softening behind your knees. You stay out of the meaty part of the insertion point and more in the meaty part of the hamstring. Let the head drop, breathe into it. Good. Come to the fingertips, long spine. You're going to utilize the right block underneath the right hand. Anchor the right foot and open up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So just begin to peel open. I like to place the block up on its highest setting, enough off the edge of that right baby toe that the side ribs are long. Yeah, you kind of have to find your sweet spot with it. Right hip grips in, soften behind the right knee just a tad. And then it's like a big yawn open. Nice. These look awesome. Anything you want to add in this, welcome to do so. Side ribs long. Nice big expression of openness right here. Stay with it. Couple more breaths. Giant step back triangle. Right to triangle pose. Move the block with you if you know you need it. Triangle pose. Anywhere your right hand can grab the front of the shin, the outside of the calf. Nice job, Cyrus. Nice and long. Sideways look up. A little bit more breath to sustain and support. Eyes to the floor, circle it down. Let's hit plank, lower halfway to a push up. Up dog is smooth, nice, easy transitions, nothing fancy. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, smack in between the hands. Cartwheel that right foot on an angle and come on up, warrior two. Warrior two. Nice big step. Look down at your feet, your left foot and your right foot, somewhat on the same line of energy. Looks good. Everyone's very serious. Yeah. Side ribs nice and long. So right ribs back, left ribs forward a tad. Yeah. And then the shoulders drop down the back. A nice soft energy from fingertip to fingertip. Roll that left thigh open, create that external rotation. And then go inward. You got to dig deep. Five more breaths. You got this. Relax the shoulders down the back, lengthen the tailbone. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior, side body nice and long first. And then keep that openness and find your way into extended side angle A. I use a block. I generally go on the medium setting. Yeah, but you find what works best. Arm to the top of the thigh is also a great option. You have to soften the shoulder if you choose that one. Top arm straight up or up and over. So what you're looking for is that the chest stays very open. Yeah. While you continuously sit into that left leg, the left knee tracks over the left ankle and you can stay connected. Roll open. Left ribs turn towards the ceiling, left hip turns under. Stay with it. A few more breaths. You're doing great. Eyes to the floor, right hand down, square off the hips, right heel pops, come to the fingertips, and then you'll step to the top. And this time it's the left foot in front of the right. I like toes together, but heels apart. Come to the fingertips, the right in front of the left, sorry. So the left foot is behind the right. Yeah. And then fold. Use blocks if you need. Yeah. And just keep in mind, your weight naturally wants to shift back. Yeah. So see if you can keep your weight a little bit more forward rather than diving into the heels. Relax the jaw, relax the face, relax the shoulders. Yeah. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Set up your block off the edge of that left baby toe. I like it high, but you choose and open up Ardha Chandrasana half moon. The challenge here is that the left foot wants to turn in, kind of the nature. We all want to turn that left foot in. Soften a little behind that left knee. Grip the left hip under you. Yeah, it's like you're standing up tall on one leg in Tadasana. Perfect. And a nice yawn open. Flex the right toes, nice Danielle, and breathe. Anything you want to add or not. Turn your bottom left ribs towards me. Doing awesome. It's some days you come, it's like you have no feet. Yeah, it's okay. Part of the challenge. Part of the journey here is that you don't know what you're going to get with your body, your mind, or your breath. Stay with it. A few more breaths. Nice, Jess. Regular half moon if you added any embellishments in. Soften the left knee. Nice step back triangle. So you just do it slow. Bring the block with you. Triangle pose. That's it. Use a block to the outside of the calf if you're using it. If not, anywhere across the front of that shin, there's kind of a lift and a hook up. Perfect. Stack up those two arms sideways with your eyes. Look up, look sideways. Anchor through your feet. Feel your inner and outer thighs gripping. Give me a few more breaths. Looking really good. Pay attention to your right hand and your back right leg and let that pull you up to stand. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Bring your hands to your hips for a second. Turn your left toes in. You may need to make your stance a little bit smaller to do this, okay? Your heels are going to turn in and your toes are going to, heels in and toes out. Uh-huh. This is goddess pose. Keep your hands on your hips and start to drop down. Move your hands to your thighs. Use your hands to externally rotate your thighs. Good. Lengthen the tailbone. Perfect. Rest your right arm on the top of that right thigh. Reach your left arm up and sideways. So it's like a side body opener. You have to continuously roll your thighs open. Come to neutral. Both hands press those thighs down and open. Keep the chest as open as you can. Anchor the feet. Left arm to the top of the thigh. Use the elbow to encourage the thigh open. Right arm straight up or up and over. Come to neutral. Both hands press those thighs open. Hands to prayer. 5 breaths. You got this. Straighten the legs slow. Hands to your hips. You're going to fold and turn those toes in and go down the center. Wide straddle. Hands can be like chaturanga, like arms. Yeah. And you walk your hands in so your elbows kind of come in and your head drops. Yeah. If any of you have an upside ordeal here, you're welcome to give it a little go. If not, just stay here and breathe. Nice job. Anytime you drop your head below your heart, like an inversion, so don't feel stressed. If your legs are up, split them apart slow, bring them down slowly. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Create that space that you need. Pivot your hands to the front skinny edge of the mat. The left foot turns and the right heel pops up. You're in a low lunge. Step into plank. You got it. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Feet come together. You're going to lean on your right hand for Vashisthasana side plank. Yeah. Perfect. Top arm straight up or up and over. I like to stagger the feet. I feel like it grounds my hips a little more. Yeah, so play with that. The front foot can come in front of the back foot. This looks awesome. Left hand down plank. Listen carefully. Plank position. Drop to your forearms, forearm plank. Forearm plank. Neck neutral. Yeah, if your hands are clasped, you're going to have to split them apart. Turn your left arm in on an angle. You're going to go into Vashisthasana on your left forearm, forearm side plank, going the opposite way. Aren't we having fun? Yeah. Stack the feet, stagger the feet. You can always drop the knee. Yeah. Kelly, you're like, maybe not. I was going to try it with a tree. You're like, nah, I'm good. Watch that top hip. It's wanting to roll open. Yeah. Forearm plank slow. The transitions mean everything, especially in these types of poses. Forearm plank. One hand at a time, plank position. Hips go up and back, down dog. Nice job. Feet come together, one leg. Roll out plank, lean on your left hand. Vashisthasana going towards me. Yep. If you think you went the wrong way, it's okay. Just don't do the same side again. I know this is the right way. Everyone went the same way. Yeah, we're good. Stack the feet, stagger the feet, modify if you need to. Yeah. Watch that the top hip doesn't peel open. You want your top hip over your bottom hip. Plank position slow. Transitions are key. Forearm plank. Turn your right hand in on an angle. Forearm side plank going the opposite direction. You got it. Stack those two hips. Forearm plank, slow, slow, slow to forearm plank. Lower all the way to your stomach, Sphinx. So Sphinx pose is a mild back bend. So I actually was just showing this. I was showing my son last night because they don't stretch. Yeah. And it's like he's walking around like he's 100 years old. I'm like, dude, this is no good. So your elbows are a little more forward, and it's a very passive way to get into your low spine. You want to feel like your shoulders drop down your back. Your feet, I like them hips width distance, especially with the lower back. Yeah. And you want to feel like you're pulling the floor of the mat closer to you. There you go. So it subtly stretches the abdominal wall, the obliques, while giving you a nice back bend. Anchor those feet. Exhale the breath, lower down and slide your hands back towards where your ribs are. Press into the tops of the feet and then press up into up dog. Yeah. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Step the right foot forward, crescent lunge. Let's bring it home, guys. Crescent lunge. There's like 15 postures in the sequence, but we're going to bring it home right now. Yep. Drag the hands to prayer at heart. Inhale the breath. Lean out, hook the elbow, and let's twist. You can always modify. Dropping your back knee is a good idea, or easy twist. Watch your right hip. It has a tendency to kind of wing out. Yeah. Let the shoulders drop down the back. think some of these songs went in automatically. I don't know who that is. Hands to frame your front foot. Listen carefully. Use the block. Revolves Arda. So you're going to use the block and slide it to the inside of that right foot, underneath that left hand. Right hand to the flat part of the back. You're going to pop up. Nice, Jean. Yeah, soften the right knee. Scissor those inner thighs. Point that back left toe if you need to. Sometimes that helps get the leg up. Yeah. Majority of the time, hand on the flat part of the back is the best way because it's going to make you feel where your torso and your sacrum are and your pelvis neutral. If you can peel open, totally up to you. Just make sure you're not dumping all the weight into that right hip. Yeah, looks good. 3 more breaths. Right hand to the floor. Step the feet together. Long spine. Fold. Find chair. Weights in your heels. I know. Chair. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale the breath. Hook and twist towards the right. You keep coming back. Yeah. Check in with your knees and your feet. Make sure they're not sliding past one another. Yeah. What? It's so weird. That's how we're in the same energy line. It's in sync. Weights in your heels. Your breath is guiding you. If you're breathless, you've gone too far, too deep, too fast, too much. Back out. You're going to be fine. Chair pose. Your left leg and hug your vein. It's a work the entire class here. You're going to take your wrist and spot down, and you're going to base of your foot. This could be it for today. This is a great standing pose. Good. Kind of lock in. If you're able to extend the leg forward, even if the leg doesn't go pinned straight forward, that's fine. The leg that you're standing on is the leg that should be straight. Good. Left hand stays on the outside of the right foot, right arm peels back. So if you need to change the variation of this and do this with a bent knee, that is fine. But we're in a dancing Shiva. Look sideways or look back. That's it. Pull around to center, arms up, bend your right leg 90-degree angle, shoulders drop down the back. Guide your right foot back, crescent lunge. Drag the hands to prayer at heart, lean out, hook the elbow, and twist. Modify if you need to. Soften your left shoulder, Kelsey, down your back. There you go. Perfect. You feel the difference? Now you have room to breathe. Before you're choking. Yeah. Grip your left hip in. Activate your back leg. Twist open. Let's see if we can make our transition seamless. Look down. Right hand to that block. Left hand to the flat part of the back as you pop up revolved Ardha. When you know where you're going, it's a lot easier. Nice and humid in here. I like it. Now, left hand to the 4 feet together. Long spine, stay with it. Fold. Chair. Weights in your heels. Drag the hands to prayer at heart. Inhale the breath. Hook and twist towards the mirror. Watch that the right knee doesn't slide past the left and you know you're in good shape. The spine stays nice and long. That's it. Look sideways, look up, breathe. Chair, pull it around. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arm. Stand on your right leg. take your left knee and just drag it up. Crisscross the wrists, grab the base of the foot. So for a lot of us, balance is an issue, hamstring flexibility is an issue. This is great. I find my dancing Shivas better when I do it. So, yeah, do it with a bent knee. Most of you are actually in a much better place taking it this way. Stand up tall, out of the low back gene, zip up your lower belly to the back of your spine and extend through the crown of your head. So think about your right foot from the heel of your right foot. I know I screwed you up now. Extend all the way up. You're not warm enough. I go blow smoke, get a space heater. Give me a couple more breaths. Nice, Megan. Stay with it. Pull around to center, leg up in 90-degree angle, arms up. Good. So you're standing on your right leg, your left leg bent to 90 angle. Take a giant step back across the lunge. Take your down to the floor. Drop it back down and then go on to your left hand out, right arm back, left hand. Why do you care if you this vision? Yeah. It's okay. So what I find really helps is a block underneath that bottom hand. For a lot of us who are very tight, it's going to bring the floor up to you. Yeah, much helpful. Sometimes I even place it on the highest level and then breathe. Good, let go of that left foot. Right hand to the floor. Curl the left toes into the mat. You're in a low lunge. Just step back plank. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back down dog. Step your left foot forward. Low lunge. Drop your back. Walk it back. Three more breaths. Let go of that foot, both hands to frame the front foot, curl the back toes. This time I just want you to step back, down dog. Yeah, down dog. And now regular pigeon, you'll slide your right knee forward because they actually target completely different muscle groups. Yeah, this works more of your piriformis. That works more of your psoas and your hip flexors. So we're going to get both today, which is sweet. Switch left side. Yeah, just go through down dog. Looks good. Melt into it. Five more breaths. Great job. Come up nice and slow. Lean on your left side. Swing your right leg forward. Lay down. Bring your blocks with you. We're set up for two back bends. Your feet hips width distance or a little wider if you need a little bit more space. You can slide your feet onto blocks or block underneath your low back, whatever you prefer. Fingertips will skim the heels of the back of the block. Inhale the breath. Exhale, lift up, interlacing their hands underneath your low back. Yeah. The space that you're creating is from the tailbone to the backs of the knees. So you're not crunching your low spine. Your neck stays neutral. Your feet anchor and your thighs turn down and under. Exhale the breath. If you're on a block, you're welcome to stay. Everybody else, lower down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Moving on or repeating. If you're ready to flip your palms, bring your chin to your chest. Take a giant breath in. You'll lift everything up off the floor. If not, repeat second version or version that you prefer. Nice, Jody. Exhale the breath lower down. If you're on a block, stay. Everybody else, you're going to lift your tailbone up and slide the block. So I'm going to recommend that you go the highest direction with the block. Does anyone want a firmer block? Because sometimes the squishy ones aren't as good. No, we're okay. One leg at a time. You're going to lift your legs up into the sky. Yeah. Interlace your hands. Yes, I find it so much easier. I practice with an array of blocks. There you go. Place it this direction. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. When you interlace your hands around the block, there's a cupping of the shoulder blades that kind of happens. Yeah. And the idea here is that your feet, your knees, and your hips are in one line of energy. So that's it. Perfect. And obviously, if you need to soften behind your knees and your legs can't be pinned straight, that's fine. Start to bend your knees in half. Take your feet flat to the floor. Lift your hips up enough that the block comes out from underneath. Good. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. And revisit happy baby. See how it feels. So after all that, we come full circle. Yeah. And this time in happy baby, what I'll have you do is straighten your legs. You're in a wide V. So your hands may not be able to stay on the sides of your feet. You may need to hook your big toes, grab the insides of your legs, but find some straddle, wide straddle. Your neighbor's getting a whole new version of you. Yep. A whole new version of you. Uh-huh. And then keep your legs split apart, reach your hands in between into a prayer. Yep. Eyes and the shoulders lift up and you hold. Your neck is neutral. Your feet are flexed. Yes. Any opportunity. Yep. Legs straight up towards the sky, arms straight up, lift. Legs on an angle like a V, like a jackknife, and the arms reach towards the shins. Hands behind the head and the legs hover the floor at a height that you can maintain. It's like a slow descent. Exhale the breath lower down. Bend your knees in half. Take your feet the width of the mat like we started. With your hands behind your head, drop your knees over to the left. Your hips have to a little bit to the right in order to do this. So it's a supine twist, but a little different. A fancy version. Keeping the hands behind the head or cactusing the arms, either way is great. Lift the knees up towards the center. Shimmy your hips a little bit to the left and then drop your knees to the right. Yeah. Come up to center and hug your knees in, give them a big squeeze. And then slide yourself into Shavasana, complete and utter rest. The best part of the practice, at least I think so. Make yourself comfortable for the next couple minutes. It is a gift, so try not to cheat yourself with this one. Big breath in. Full complete exhale breath out. Arms up over the top of the head for a full body stretch, unless you prefer just to stay down. Hug your knees in towards your chest, give them a big squeeze. Roll to your right side. And then you can press up any direction you want to face. Just sit up in this transformed body and feel the effects of this morning's practice. It's amazing because sometimes just coming to the mat and breathing and you feel so much better, much more regulated. Hands to prayer. Bow your head for a moment. It's important to have gratitude always. Be grateful you got here and we're able to move. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Have an awesome
Namaste.
Friday. And I'll see you next time. Let me know if you have any questions. Always here. I can try my best to answer.